Legend Total War here, and today we're doing another Rating Your Doomstack video covering a Stonehorn Harpoon Launcher Doomstack. Now, this has the possibility of being the downright strongest Game 3 Doomstack that you can make. Not necessarily the best one, it just depends on, I guess, upkeep costs and how you can boost them. But anyway, let's look at what he's done here. So, he's got 17 Stonehorn Harpoon Launchers. These are a Tier 5 unit. There's a Tier 4 variant that doesn't have the Harpoon Launcher, which is a little bit cheaper in upkeep. So yeah, what you're paying for here is just the 250 range missile damage with the Tier 5 unit. He's also got a Butcher of the Great Maw, obviously for healing, which would be quite useful for single entities. And he's got a Hunter that's there for the campaign movement range, and also they get a Stonehorn. So it's quite possible that getting a Hunter Doomstack, because you get very easily Hunter capacity, getting a full Hunter army would be stronger than this, because that way you can give them equipment and they have more health, or they can potentially have more health. Oh no, he does 9,500 health compared to 7,000. Alright, that's because this is on large unit scale, not ultra. So the different unit scales now are pretty balanced. I still don't really want any on normal and small unit scale, but large unit scale and ultra unit scale pretty much feel about the same now. Because yeah, the lower unit scales will lower the weapon strength of single entity monsters, where on Warhammer 2 it didn't do that. So it compensates these guys here for having lower damage output from lower entities. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to jump up to 5 meat, giving us extra speed, unit mass, charge bonus, and we're going to see what we can do here. And see how good this army is. Because this is a fair bit of force that we're going up against here. There's it's not 3 full stacks, there's 2 full stacks and a garrison of late game units. The auto resolve doesn't give good results. The campaign and battle difficulty are both on very hard difficulty. So bounce power to begin with is in our favor, which I'd expect. Now what I'm going to do here is allow them to bring in their reinforcements. Now you absolutely don't need to do this in order to do like a fair test, because when it comes to fighting battles in Warhammer 3, even if they do have reinforcements coming in, under no circumstance does enemy reinforcements come in instantly. So there's no reason to sit back and just do nothing when they've got reinforcements. But if we want to test these guys out at them and just see what they can handle, really stress test them, we've got to put them under a difficult situation. So normally you wouldn't wait for them to get set up. You know, it's 20 versus 20 right now, and we've got a huge advantage. We would normally charge in, but I'm not going to do that because I want to make this battle a little bit more difficult. But one thing I want to do is come around this side here, because attacking from this other angle here doesn't seem as effective. Okay, looks like we're getting shot by little Groms, which isn't ideal because we're waiting for their reinforcements to show up. How dare they shoot us? That's alright. Definitely don't want to be wasting ammos just yet. Yep, look, the reinforcements come in. So, war sleds, winged lancers. Yeah, lots of stuff in here. Right, if I just stay on the edge there, it should be fine. There must also be a camp nearby because we've got gluttony, which is useful for healing. So I think that the Lure of the Great Maw was a good choice. While Beast Magic is definitely more damaging, being able to heal, like, this is an okay heal spell. It's not the best. It's very expensive, but it's really good for healing just very expensive units. Specifically single entities. Okay, waiting for their reinforcements. Get organized. They've still got more reinforcements to come because they've got more than 40 units. Okay. Now let's move up and have a bit of a skirmish. We'll see if we can outshoot them with the harpoon launchers. But yeah, normally you would not wait for them to come in, you would just rush at them. These guys are fast enough to have essentially already defeated the first army before the reinforcements arrived. I'm not going to worry too much about trying to snipe little Groms. I'm just going to shoot at anything. Because I don't think that the little Groms have as much damage output as what we do. Because we just got more artillery, essentially. So, similar utility to the Stegodons. You know, big, strong, hulking beast with an artillery piece on it. Not super high range. It's not even really an artillery piece, it's just these guys here using a long-range crossbow. But then again, a crossbow for a ogre is, you know, a ballista for somebody else. Just let them keep shooting. Don't want to use any heals just yet because they do heal an absolute ton. It'd just be a waste to use it now. As long as all of our guys are shooting, that's fine. So it's coming at us at a little bit of a weird angle. That's fine. Okay, let's use our first heal on this one here. Yeah, let's let them charge in. Their charge is not a huge concern. Alright, now the ones at the flank will fight. Actually, those cavalry didn't do too badly against us here. Of course, the little Groms there, they're probably the ones doing most of the damage. But we wanted to get rid of their infantry as well. Also, they outrange us. I don't think I can reach them from here. Alright, gonna need a bit of healing.
Bring us meat! Crunch their skulls! Scourge of beasts!
Okay. We really need to stop these archers now. It's now time to start fighting properly. And stop being inefficient. We gave them a bit of a head start to get organized. Now it's time to really push them down. Alright, these two can come into the fight now as well. I just didn't want them getting shot by the little Groms. One of the great things about Stonehorns is because they got so much mass and so much like pushing power, they can tie down multiple infantry units at a time by just keep cycle charging between them.
Chopper of entrails! Bring me the spoils! The gut magic!
I don't think that's effective overcasted. It's just such an expensive spell. Kind of wish you could see how much your spellcasters actually heal your own units as well. Alright, so they're doing a fair bit of damage here. We're a little bit bogged down because of the light war sleds, but nobody here is particularly damaged. When using Stonehorns or single entity monsters, it's usually best to keep them in a bit of a blob, because it means that they're going to get attacked in the rear a little less often. Just a little bit less often. I do want people to come over here, get rid of some of these, the ice guard or whatever. So I'm sure those little Groms are doing a ton of damage. Oh yeah, not as much as I thought. 2,000 is not that much. It's not really worth worrying about then. Just keep an eye on our particularly damaged units so nobody dies. No, just ignore the little Grom. The fact they put that in the trees there is very stupid. Okay, this one here is taking the most amount of damage. I don't think I can reach it with that one. But I can with this. Yeah, it's nothing to be concerned about. I'm sure the infantry is doing more damage to us than the little Groms. Now, because they got 40 units and we've only got 20, it does make it a little bit more difficult to tie down all of their troops.
Out, boys. The quarry is mine. Me.
Now, when we drop below 25% health, they do get the wounds, but I don't feel like wounds is that big of a deal. There's also another heal here. Okay, this one here is taking too much damage. Get it out of there. Get it out. I'll try to heal it. Oh, I better bloody hurry. Alright, let's bring all of these guys back over here. Fight together. Single entity monsters definitely fight better together. Most of their archers have been removed, and the little Grom's ammunition has been reduced significantly.
Let's go, boys. It's happening.
Seems like those bears are giving us a hard time. Yeah, I think the best thing here, rather than going in and... Because you're not going to kill those little groms really quickly. And their ammunition is really not doing that much damage, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, them just shooting us.
Thundering fall.
Because if we went over there to fight them, then their other missile units would shoot us, and I feel like they've got much higher damage output.
Biggest in the tribe. Great Moor servant.
But yeah, what this really lacks is like mass healing. That's what it really needs. But the ogres just can't do that. Okay, this guy here is having a hard time. Oh, I think the things are trying to get it. Well, the more we move around, the harder the little groms.
Take it all.
We'll have to try to actually hit him. So giving your hunter more missile resistance would be good. I'm not sure what items you got on him. We'll check afterwards. But yeah, once they run out of ammo, they're practically worthless. Okay, this one here's got to get out of here.
Behold gastromancy.
Alright, get this one out.
Find a meal. I'm the boss. Guns out, boys.
Yeah, taking a bit of a beating.
Ogres. Do what I say. Tribe on the move. When supper.
But none of our units have died yet.
The more calls. Meat harvester.
Bouncer power is still in our favor though. Yeah, nobody's died yet.
Prepare the meat. Meat ritual.
Alright, we should probably be charging at the ice guard. Everybody together, charge at the ice guard. We really don't want to be taking loads of missile damage from them. The little groms have been spent now. Although, yeah, this guy here's got to go. He's probably done a ton of damage to us. Yeah, oh wow, he's done a lot.
Butcher.
But yeah, we really don't want them shooting us. Now, the fact they've got glaives means they're anti-large, but just have to deal with that.
Thunder in full. Hungry.
Okay, did we... Yeah, we just inflicted the army losses there. Alright, well nobody died, but we did take a little damage.
When do we eat? Bring us meat. The biggest boss. Servant of the Moor.
And we should be able to get 2 more heals in just to mitigate the amount of damage we took throughout this battle. But there we go. They handled that, but it wasn't quite as like one-sided as I thought it might be. I thought we were just gonna just roll straight over them, but then again, it was on very hard battle difficulty. Not that that is that big of a difference compared to Warhammer 2. Yeah, just get some heals in wherever. Because he doesn't need the save file back. But yeah, we'll see what he's done to boost it. See if this is about as efficient as it can be. And yeah, just check out that stuff. Okay, 1 more heal on this one here, whatever. Probably that would have been better, but that's fine. Also wonder if maybe this is better on Ultra, but it does seem as though stat-wise, it doesn't make any difference on what unit scale you play on. So it was a Pyrrhic victory. Well, auto-resolve gave us a close defeat, but then again, very hard campaign difficulty does give you auto-resolve bullcrap. We didn't take any casualties, so if you fight it again, you could probably heal most of it. I think part of the problem with the healing is just that the gastromancy just isn't that good of a heal. Because, like, 14 winds of magic, that's pretty expensive. That's more expensive than regrowth, and I feel like regrowth is way better. Like, even overcasted regrowth, Like an Overcast of Regrowth would pretty much heal a unit full. So let's have a look.
No threat to me.
Let's have a look at that army. Where is it? This one here. Okay. Let's have a look at his skills and see what he's done. So we got Mastodon armor. Yep. Yep. So he's a good fighter, but there's nothing in there that's going to boost the thingies. Strategy. You could have got Disciplined. Not that that makes a huge difference. Big names, you went with this one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so Beast of the Mountains provides a bit of armor and charge bonus. Ugh, that's not much. And then when you get to here, Trained Beasts, a bit of extra speed and melee attack. The melee attack is good for sure, and all of your army was at least tier 7, so that's good. But yeah, it seems like you can't really boost the Stonehorns that much, at least in skill tree. So it doesn't really matter which lord you used. Not that much. You could have used a Tyrant or a Slaughtermaster, it just wouldn't have made any difference. I don't think putting it in any particular legendary lord would have made that big difference. Okay, so you got leadership and, well, +2, wow. And charge bonus +10. Yeah, that's probably the best one to go for there. Right. Yeah, so rating this. I think he's built this about the best you can. But I kind of expected it to be a little bit better than that. Going up against Kislev, which I've had trouble with Stonehorns. Even when they've only got a couple of them. And this is a very expensive army. How many supply lines do you have? Only got 4. Well, 3 supply lines. How many bugged supply lines do you have, though? Let's have a look.
Tyrant of the tribe.
None. Disciplined. Okay, you've got 1, 2, 3 bugged supply lines. So you're actually at 6 supply lines there. So in case you're not familiar, currently in Warhammer 3 there is a bug where disbanded lords... Oh, hang on, there's a tyrant there as well. I didn't see that. So that's 4. So you're at 7 supply lines. Yeah, disbanded lords that you have recruited still contribute to the supply line penalty. One way to prove that is... See how it costs 525? Okay, well, let's increase supply lines. Right? See how it now costs 546? Well, if you disband him... Right? Didn't reduce the upkeep cost by disbanding him, so I just increased the supply line. But the game doesn't tell you that. So yeah, he does have a few bugged supply lines there, making it, you know, a bit more expensive. If we have a look at the base cost of the Stonehorns, the Stonehorn Harpoon Launcher is 525. The regular one is 450. We didn't really make that much use out of the harpoons because they charged at us pretty early on. It's still thinned them out a bit. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely stronger than a Stonehorn. In terms of stats, I think they're identical. Yeah, 40 melee attack, 40 melee attack, 28 melee defense. Yep. Same armor, same leadership, same speed, same charge bonus. Yeah, all the things are the same except this one here has a harpoon. So I think that's worth the extra 75 gold. Alright, so in terms of a Doomstack, how would I rate it? Doomstacks in Warhammer 3 just don't seem to be that good. So in terms of a Warhammer 3 Doomstack, it's probably like a 9 out of 10. In terms of just pure strength, and the Ogres can definitely afford it. But if it was comparing it to like Warhammer 2 Doomstacks, I don't know, it might be hard to say because traits just aren't that useful to like boost your armies these days. It is very, very strong, and if you're going to be doing the race for the souls, the final battle makes it absolutely trivial. But yeah, it's not like invincible. If we had gone up against one more army, we probably would have lost. Or at the very least taken a lot of casualties. So yeah, I think he built it as best as he could. But yeah, I'd say it's a 9 out of 10 Doomstack. Wait, which one did he go with? Oh, he didn't do any of these either. So you can make it a little bit better with Bloody and Raw. Right, so we didn't have that. So maybe I should consider that as well. Still. Yeah, it felt like about a 9 out of 10. Because 10 out of 10 Doomstacks are like, yeah, it's unstoppable. But it didn't feel unstoppable. And considering its price, I mean, 9 out of 10 is a good score, but hardly essential for any of your ogre campaigns. Basically, build this army if you're looking to have somebody just absolutely demolish things, but you don't need to do that in terms of cost effectiveness or anything. And that's I think the main reason why I can't give it a 10 out of 10. It's just not that cost effective. Like, you'd be better off getting Gorges, probably. I do need to test out a Gorger Doomstack. I've heard that they're way more cost effective and kind of broken. So looking at Gorges by comparison, they're a tier 3 unit, 275 compared to 525. Curious to see what we can do with Gorges by comparison. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Let me know what you think about the Stonehorn Doomstack. I do think Stonehorns are very dangerous. And I guess another thing as well, we did let them reform, so I didn't actually fight that battle perfectly. Well, anyway, near perfectly. I fought it very inefficiently. If we had charged in at the start and thinned them out, that probably would have gone a lot better. I guess that is something to consider. Plus, he also had Lightning Strike. But I still feel like it's a 9 out of 10 Doomstack. Compared to things that I've seen in Warhammer 2, this is not a 10 out of 10. Anyway, that's the end of this one here. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.